The 10 commandments that distinguish a golfer from one who just doesn't know how to be on the course. So Bella B,
Bella J.
let's go see them. 10. No, wait, because I have the balls, but I can't find the tee. Do you happen to have a tee? Number 1, if you don't have ready-made balls, at least 2 maybe already marked, as you usually mark them to recognize them different, and that's because we definitely need 1 to make a provisional 1. Everything you need, because there's no worse thing than those who rummage. Son of, but wait, being on the ball or on the tee does not mean being ready. So let's always prepare with everything so that we don't waste time.
Number 2, always have a second ball ready or even in your pocket that you can use as a provisional in case of shots where we don't know if the ball might be lost or even gone out of bounds. Chills 4 black provisional.
Three, annoying noises. Let's be careful. At first, maybe we get to rummage in the bag, in the pocket. We make noises. They're annoying. A good player, when he has someone nearby who is playing, not only his own fellow players, but also those players who are playing in parallel or neighboring holes, he should be careful not to make noise. You can chat. It is even pleasant to laugh and joke, but always careful in terms of noise in order not to annoy and especially not to be high-pitched or the bells of the clubs.
Gigi, but this street is an integral part of the layout or obstruction local rules. What was it they were saying? 4, be already familiar with the local rules so that you know how to obviate interference in case of course that perhaps have different obstacles from what your usual course. And then guys, also remember always to have the book of rules ready. It's better rather ask your fellow players for advice in case of ignorance of a rule that we may have just forgot. It is not a problem. Remember also that there is an option. You might not remember a rule. You don't know how to deal with an area of the game. Your fellow players can't help you. So you can use the rule of playing 2 balls and then afterwards go to the administrative office and ask what to do.
So I think that here this could, nope, wait. But you know what? I changed the club because I really can't this time. No, study, 5. You need to know a little bit what the hole looks like before you even face it. 1, you can set up a strategy. 2, as you get on the ball, even in the middle of the hole, you already know more or less what it looks like and where the obstacles are, or even what's best to avoid, okay? So tee board on the starting shot. Caddy maps, then you use your own laser or the GPS so that we know roughly how many meters separate us from where we want to go. Then we choose a club and put the bag on the side where it won't bother us, so we can pick up the nice iron we just chose and start our routine, because we have like 30 seconds to do all this. It seems not so much time, but we actually have time to hit a good shot or something similar.
The next hole, it was... You have to know where the next hole is also. It helps us to know where to leave our bag. 6, it's very important not to waste time. Leaving the bag already in the right position of the green will allow you, once you leave the green, to first be out of the way for what are the team players behind. And secondly, already being in the direction of the next hole, sometimes the next tee can be even relatively far from the green. Having the bag already in the right area can save you so many meters.
Let's take care of the course. 7, so we place our divots, the clods, We rake the bunkers well. We might even finish in there. You never know. And then on the green, we always raise all the pitches we find. Those we have on the line, those we have as we come to the hole, maybe to go and see the downhill of our putt, even if they're not ours. Among other things, it's cool and it's not difficult.
I don't know if from here the sand is really the right choice. There is so much green available. 8. Always remember to bring all the clubs you might need to hit your approach, including a possible second club. In this case, a pitch to hit a very nice chip and run shot. And also remember to take the putt because you don't always hold the approach.
Okay, let's be careful. Obviously, to where we put ourselves and to our shadows. 9. One of the things that can be most annoying is not being maybe in the wrong position compared to those who are playing okay, but also, Benny, I think it was easy to understand. Thank you now. But also our shadows that we often overlook. But when the sun begins to set, it often happens.
I stepped on the line. Sorry. 10. Do not step on the line of play on other players' greens. This is very annoying to those who play because our footprint could deflect someone else's ball. So be careful both as you move onto the green to perhaps understand the downhills. But most importantly, when you get close to the hole, be careful where you put your feet. Pay attention to where all the balls are and all the other players' markers. Also be careful not to walk too close to the hole because the hole might collapse on itself, and at that point eventually you mark the ball and pull it away. And for you, what are the behaviors that distinguish a true golfer from one who really has nothing to do with golf? Let us know below
In the comments and
ci sta